divide array into arrays with max difference. So we are given an integer array nums of size n, where n is a multiple of 3. That means it can be a size of 3, 6, and something like 9, 12, 15, and so on, right? And a positive integer k. So we are given with an array nums and a positive integer k. Now divide the array nums into n by 3 arrays of size 3 satisfying the following conditions. The difference between any two elements in one array is less than or equal to k. Return a 2D array containing the arrays. If it is impossible to satisfy the conditions, return an empty array. And if there are multiple answers, return any of them. So we need to divide an array, this array nums array, into n by 3 parts, and each part, each subarray, or something like this array, each array, we are dividing this array into arrays n by 3 arrays, and each array is of size 3. Now let us look at this example. Let us see what it means. Right now I have 1 3 4 8 7 9 3 5 1 and k is equal to 2. Now the other condition in the arrays that we are forming should, right, there are some elements, right? Difference between the difference between any two elements, right? The difference between any two elements in one array is less than or equal to k. So the difference between these two, and these two, right, all should be less than or equal to k, right? Now let us see what this example is giving us the answer, right? Now I have 1. Now I'll take 1. Now if I take 3, 1 minus 3, that means 3 minus 1 will give us the difference of 2. Now if I take 4, 1 and 4 is giving me a difference of 3, but difference should be less than or equal to 2, so I can't take this 4. Now can I take this 8? No. Why? Because 1 and 8 is giving me the difference of 7. So 8 I can't take, 7 I can't take, 9 I can't take. I can take this 3 and push that. 3 and 3 is giving me the difference of 0. 1 and 3 is giving me the difference of 2. 1 and 3 are giving me the difference of 2. So it is okay, and we will be constructing an array here. Now let me take this 4. Let me take this 4. And can I make this 7? 4 and 8 is giving me 4, which is not allowed. 4 and 7 will give us 3, which is not allowed. 4 and 9, 5. 4 and 5, yes, I can make. 4 and 1, I can't, because 4 and 1, the difference is 3, right? So this array I cannot make. I cannot make the arrays from getting 1, 3 and 3. So let us do one thing. Let us take all the minimum elements. 1 is minimum, and then another 1 is minimum, 3 is minimum, another 3 is minimum, and then 4, and then 4, right? I am just cutting all this down. 4 and then 5 and then 7, 8, 9, right? Wait a second, 7, 8, 9. Now what I'll do is, let us see whether 3 and 1 is giving me the difference of less than or is equal to 2, less than or is equal to k. It is nothing but here it is 2. Now let us see, 3 minus 1 is giving me 2. So this I will make an array. Now 3, 4, 5. 5 minus 3 is giving me the difference of 2, which is less than or is equal to k. So this is a correct array. Now 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 7 is the difference is less than or is equal to 2. So this is a correct array. So we'll be returning this array, 2D array, to the answer. Now let us look at this example. 2 for 4 times, and then 4 and then 5, and given k is equal to 2. Now if I divide this array into two parts, let us see. 2 minus 2 is giving me the difference of 0. 5 minus 2 is giving me the difference of 3. Why I am taking this and this difference? Why? Because in this array the maximum difference that I can get is by taking the minimum element and the maximum element. The maximum element minus minimum element will give us maximum element minus minimum element will give us the difference that I can get in this array, right? So to get the minimum and maximum, right? Maximum at the last and minimum at the first. We are just sorting the array. But here I got 3. Now, if I get 3, if I get difference greater than k, then return an empty array there itself. Now, let us look at this example and let us count how many times I got the minimum element. The minimum element here is 2, I think. Yes. Now, 2 for 1, 2, and then 3 times, right? 2 for 3 times. Now, after that, I doesn't get any 3 and I got a 4 here, and let's see 5, right? 5 for 4 times. 1 2 3 4 times. Now 5, after then I got 7 for one time, and then again 7, right? Again I got 8, right? 8 for 2 times. 8 for 2 times. 9 for 2 times. 9 for 2 times, and then 10 11 12 for 2 times. 10, 11 and 12 for 2 times. Now we are given with k is equal to 14. The maximum difference should be 14 between any elements in the subarray that we are taking. Right? Now if I take this subarray, the difference is 0. Now if I take this subarray 5 minus 1, 5 minus 4, the difference is 1. Now if I take this 5 minus 7 minus 5 is 2. Again this I get 8 minus 7 1. Now here 1, again here 1. So I can just take this subarrays, right? Just taking this arrays after sorting. So what will be the algorithm is to just sort the array and then take 3 elements every time, only if only if difference is difference is less than or equal to k. So how do I check this difference? So my eye will be pointing at here, and every time it goes, if it is 0 it will be 3 here, right? So it checks the difference as difference is equal to nums of I plus 2 minus nums of I as the difference, right? Now 3 plus 3 is 6 here, and then 9 here. So this is how the I changes. Now if I want to take this, then I need to write a loop for I is equal to 0 and less than n I plus is equal to 3, and difference is something like nums of I plus 2 minus nums of I. Only if difference is less than or equal to k, push 3 elements into a vector and push this vector into answer vector, a 2D vector. Answer is a 2D vector. Now if this is the condition, difference is less than or equal to k, then we'll be doing this, else we'll return an empty array. So after this loop we'll be returning the answer at the end. Let us do the code for this. Int I am initializing int n is equal to nums dot size, and let me sort this array first. Nums dot begin and nums dot end, right? I am just sorting this array first. Now for int I is equal to 0, but before that, let us initialize our answer vector, 2D vector of vector int answer, right? For int I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, not plus plus, I is plus is equal to 3. It is going three positions away. every time. So if you see, it is going 3 positions away every time, here, here, and then here, right? So for I is equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus is equal to 3. Now I'll initialize int difference is equal to nums of I plus 2 minus nums of I, right? Now if difference is less than or equal to k, then I'll consider vector int creating a temporary array, where in this array I'll push back temporary array, right? Push back nums of nums of I plus 1, nums of I plus 2. Now this temporary array is pushed back into this temporary array is pushed back into our answer. Now else if difference is not less than or equal to k, I'll just return an empty array as I said. Now I'll return the answer at the end. Now let us do a run for this. I'm just running the code. So it got accepted, and let me submit the code. So this is how you solve this problem. And if you have any doubts, and if you want to give any suggestions, please comment in the comment section. And thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.